welcome back to Reviews from the Attic with Edward and Adam. And I'm still not Edward.
And I'm still not Adam.
All right, that's a good thing. Okay, have you ever bought a game strictly because of the title of the game? Well, I can say that I have, as I purchased Butts in Space. Yes, I bought it because it was called Butts in Space. Now, the fun thing about Butts in Space, we got it off Etsy, showed up right before we went on vacation, and as you can see from its nice small box, it was easy to slip into one of our pieces of luggage, and it joined us on vacation.
Yes, it flew with us on the vacation in space, and we didn't know it was there.
So, it has one of the funnier pieces of lore. Would you mind reading that?
Oh no, Evil Butt has stolen... Okay. Oh
I'm
no.
leaving that.
What?
I'm leaving that. Go ahead.
No, don't. Oh no, Evil Butt has stolen all the toilet paper needles and has destroyed your toilet spaceship.
All right, so we'll go with that, as Edward may not get to the rest of the straight face. So the object of the game is you are literally playing butts. There's 4 different ones. There's hairy butt, bow butt, classy butt,
and butt.
And butt. And you're trying to collect toilet paper while fixing your ship. So there are 7 pieces of the ship. It's a card game, so the 7 pieces will come up, and they are all a flush something. So let's take a look at the game components, and we'll come back and discuss how we felt about the game. All right, so these are some of the cards from the deck. There are 120 cards. The 4 player cards are right there in the middle. They're hairy butt, classy butt, butt, and bow butt. Now, the one problem I have with this game is that these 4 cards have the same back as the standard regular cards. And so if you're not careful, you could shuffle them in. So be sure you take those 4 cards out ahead of time. All right, so the object of the game is to collect sets of TP cards. The first one is the common type.
So yes, here is the symbol for the butt character cards, which have to match up with the butt you are currently playing as. And then here are some effects, which can do things like when played, trade a card with another player. Some of them say swap. Some of them say rotate the butts. There's a lot of different ones on there. But one of my favorite ones is probably the trading one, because you're able to get a card from one of your opponents.
So for a common set, you need to have 3. For a rare set, you need to have 2. That is also an example for a bow butt set for rare. And then mythical there on the end only requires 1 of its own. And that one's good for...
Classy butt.
Classy butt.
But, get it? Ha. But, there is the wild toilet paper card, which can count as for only 1 in any set except for mythical. You cannot put down a wild as a mythical. But you can do it with 1 whale, 2 commons, but you cannot use 2 wild toilet papers as a 2 common.
So some of the other cards that we want to show you from the deck are the action cards. Edward, want to make sure you saw Evil Butt. He's the reason why we're doing everything. And what does Evil Butt do?
Well, Evil Butt actually has 2 variations of the card. One of them says steal when toilet paper meets player, and one says something else, but
I think it's steal a set.
Yeah, steal a set, which is really helpful if you want to steal someone's mythical set, if you know the game's going to be close.
So as you can tell, the artwork in this game is absolutely hilarious and just a riot. My favorite card from the deck is good old Boob Butt, and Boob Butt allows you to skip another player's turn when it is their turn. Get it? They fell for it. They thought it was a pair of boobs, but it was just a butt. Some of the other ones in the deck are Space Blob, which allows you to draw 2 cards or swap butts with a player. Crate, which allows you to look at a player's hand and take any card from it. And then our favorite card of the game,
Power Fight. Allows you to rotate the butts in any direction, clockwise or not clockwise. It does not matter. which way you want to rotate it, but it will matter for you depending on what card you want to get.
All right, so that's some of the action cards. There are more action cards in the deck. If you happen to draw one of the 4 asteroid cards, they are not good. You have to discard it and then immediately give every player a card from your hand. And then there are the ship cards, which are over here off to the side. And these are the ones that if they come up, then you play it off to the side and draw to replace it in your hand. The 7th one ends the game. There are other action cards and other TP cards, but we'll just leave all those for you to find, as you should go ahead and buy this game. So let's go back to the table and get our final thoughts. All right, so as you just saw, we showed off some of the cards, and so the gameplay is pretty simple. You have a hand of 6 cards at the start of your turn, or maybe a few more, and you're trying to create your sets based on the butt that you currently have in front of you. As we explained, the butts can be rotated throughout the game, and you have the TP cards that have different icons that correspond to your butt. So some of the things that we thought were fun, you're trying to create the most amount of sets. So if it's a common, you needed 3. If it's a rare, you needed 2. And if it's a mythical, you just needed 1. But
They're
get
all
it? But
yes,
yeah, but all right. But the mythical had to have the correct butt in front of you to play the mythical card. Game ends when the 7th ship part comes out, and then whoever has the most sets is the winner. If there's a tie, then you assign points: 3 for mythical, 2 for rare, 1 for common. Add up the points, whoever has the most points wins. Some of the more interesting parts of the game revolve around some of the non-TP cards, the action cards.
Yes, like what we just sold, the Power Fight, which is the one of the cards that allows you to rotate the butts, which is really helpful. If you need hairy butt and you have classy butt, just rotate the butts and you're gonna get hairy butt.
Yep.
There is no limit to the amount of Power Fights you can play down in one turn, so you can rotate it twice to get what you need.
And there's no direction, which is also key, because if some of the cards will say rotate clockwise, where Power Fart does not. So you could rotate counterclockwise to get the butt you need to complete or to drop your sets.
Yeah.
There were some fun cards in the deck. We'll leave. As you can probably guess, we highly recommend picking this game up. It's $25 off Etsy.com. Literally go to Etsy, type in butts in space. It'll pop right up. Free shipping, $25. Totally worth it. So there's a lot of fun cards in the deck. We won't go through all of them. We showed you some of our favorites just a minute ago. But the gameplay and teaching, very easy. Edward and I played it ourselves with 2-player. The fun thing about it is all 4 butts are always in play. So even if you only have 2-player, you sit across from each other. These sit on the sides. You still rotate the butts because you're still trying to get the right one in front of you to play your sets. With 3-player, you'd have 3 of you out there and the 4th one sitting there. But we were able to teach not only the 5-year-old, but also mom. So the wife / the mom, she played with us. So this became our go-to game on vacation.
We played like what, 4 times on vacation? I think you and I played it once, and then we played with the whole family like 2 or 3 times.
Oh, at least. It's like I said, it's easy to learn. The rules are simple. Draw up to your hand size of 6. If you're below 6, if you're at 6, just add 1 card. Play as many cards as you want or that you can. Rotate the butts around. Draw cards. Discard cards as cards tell you to. Be aware when you play the TP cards, some of them will have an effect on them that must also be managed. You can steal cards from each other. With a game called Butts in Space, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's literally called Butts in Space, so what could go wrong? It's literally a game about butts in space trying to collect toilet paper because the evil butt has stolen it all.
Evil butt has stolen all of the toilet paper and from the universe and destroyed your toilet spaceship. So I just want to kind of look at some of these flush components. You have the flush capacitor, flush drive, flush regulator, flush transducer.
And my personal favorite, the flush accelerator.
The flush accelerator. Does that make it speed up really fast? Is that what it's trying to do?
I think so.
There's the flush valve and then the flush coil. Once the 7th comes out, which is an interesting game end thing, because the first time that I played, it was like the 3rd up from the bottom. And so it didn't even seem like the game says it takes 30 to 45 minutes, but I think 45 is really would be like the long end because even with the two of us, you still have to get to the seventh card. And that was pretty, far down in the deck, and we still played in under half an hour. So obviously, with more players, the game I think plays better, as everybody constantly has a butt in play, and you have to worry about, if Edward I know has a bunch of cards for Bow Butt, I don't want to shift the butts to give him Bow Butt to where he can drop a lot of sets. But man, there was just a lot of fun, a lot of giggling, a lot of laughing on vacation at night after we got back to the cabin while we sat down to play Butts in Space by the Dusty Tophat.
But with all of the cards we just sold, like the negative ones, there was the underworld card, which allows you to protect yourself from the effect. What if I was playing as Butt and it rotated the butts, they would rotate past me. So Classy Butt would go downhill, and like it would look.
And you would do that
this.
because you don't want to lose
Butt.
Or there's a confusion card where all the cards come back together and get dealt back out. If you don't want to lose your cards, you can play the underwear card. I do think it's funny that the underwear is the armor in this game.
I mean, the thing on top, I don't know. I think the underwear looks a little bit small for Butt, but hey, tight-fitting buns.
Yeah, so once you play all the cards you can, then play passes gas to the next person? No? Okay. All right. Well, that's Butts in Space from the Dusty Tophat. Easily found on Etsy.com. $25. Free shipping. Go get it. It's hilarious. And as usual, if you want to reach out to us, email us eatlunchandboardgame@gmail.com and leave comments below. And remember,
board games build
bridges.